is compassion. The name of the game is compassion. To play the game we have at hand, get ready to open and expand. The name of the game is compassion. Take this lesson home. Compassion is the key to life. Learn this lesson well. Compassion is the key to life. Compassion is the key to life.
Hello, welcome to Ask Dr. Beth, America's teenologist. What we're about on this show is bridging the parent gap. Today, I have such an exciting guest. Her name is Alex Rubinov, and she is a millennial. Bum, 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 bum. And we're going to be talking about the millennials versus the boomers and what it feels like to be raised by a perfect mom. So Alexa and I are going to have a fantastic time talking about what's the difference between being a millennial and a boomer. She's going to ask me a few questions, I'm going to ask her a few questions, and we're just going to have some fun. So if you would like to have a boomer question or a millennial question, bring it to Ask Dr. Beth at drbeth.com in an email, and I'll bring it into the show. So let's get started. Hi, Alexa.
Hi, Dr. Beth.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me today.
I'm so excited to have you here. So we've had many conversations.
Yes.
One of the rules that I have about being on my show. You ready for my number one rule?
I'm ready.
Okay. The number one rule is if I ask anything that you don't want to answer, you get to say, I'm not answering that question.
All right.
And you win bonus points.
I like it.
So anything that feels uncomfortable, below the belt, you just feel like it, you just want to show people what it feels like to say, I don't feel comfortable answering that question.
Sounds good.
Because what I'm about is bringing teens and parents and professionals the power to be their authentic voice. So we're just going to have some fun, dishing, talking, and interviewing each other. And the first thing I'm going to do is teach you a concept that I teach parents and I teach families, which is called the brag list. Have you ever heard of the brag list?
No.
Okay.
Curious about it, though.
Okay, so the brag list, as it sounds, is to give each other in a safe environment where no one's watching, permission to brag. Because there's something that we do in society that's like, play small. Don't be in your greatness. Don't be the greatest version of yourself. Mm-hmm. And I am all about reversing that trend. So I would love for you to introduce yourself and blow me away.
All right.
Tell me,
Sounds good.
and I know some of your hot stuff, so give me some really good things. Like, play like you were about to go for the job interview of the world.
Wow.
And you wanted this job bad. Give me like a 1 minute, these are some of my 5 top brags. Boom, boom, boom. Go.
All right. My name is Alexa Rubinov. I'm originally from Canada. Moved here when I was 10. And I went straight into Palo Alto High School and did college in the Sonoma area. And after that, I went straight into tech. I was always really passionate about technology. So I worked at Apple for a bit, managing operations at an Apple store.
Wow.
That was a lot of fun.
Boom.
And then I realized that I was super passionate about education and training. So I moved into instructional design.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, I took a big jump. And I said, what would it be like to join a startup? And so I moved into a startup in the SaaS space.
Yes.
And then got accepted into Stanford Business School. So I quit my job.
Wow.
Went to Stanford, and then I just graduated this past year. I'm so excited to be kind of back on the hunt, so I'm on a little bit of a passion quest right now.
I love it.
And looking for the next big chapter.
And you're 82 because you've done all of those things.
Yes. Yes, in dog years.
I love it. Wow, to be so young and to have done so much. That is amazing.
Super
and
sweet.
you left out some pretty cool things. Like, tell us some of those superstar things that you had happen in high school.
Well, in high school, I've always been really into volunteering. And so there was this award called the Presidential Award,
Yeah.
and it required 500 hours of community service. And I said, I want to get that award before I graduate from high school. So I contacted one of our local public access television stations in Palo Alto,
Yes.
and they were super excited about bringing me on. And so I was able to help produce a bunch of television shows. I actually helped manage their summer camp to work with kids and get them acclimated to what it's like to be in a studio.
When you were how old?
I was 15 and 16 at the time.
Goodness.
It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So like I said,
you.
you're quite amazing.
Aw.
And
As are you, Dr. Beth.
so let me ask you this question, Alexa. You know, you're giving your day up today to be here with me, and I'm so grateful for the honor to be with you and to have this experience and for you to share yourself. Tell me, why are you hanging out with Dr. Beth, this old baby boomer fogey? Why are you hanging out with me?
Far from a fogey, I would actually say she's cooler than me. So Dr. Beth, you've got the most amazing energy. Even just being around you today for the past couple hours has been totally energizing.
Aw, thank
You're so easy and approachable to talk to. I love being around you because it actually feels like when we're together, there isn't a gap. So when you
Yes.
talk about bridging the gap, it feels like regardless of our age difference, we're able to communicate and collaborate on the same level,
I
which
love it.
feels really good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and what you just did was you witnessed the second phase of bragging. So the way you do bragging in an ideal family experience is you would brag,
Okay.
then I would brag on you, then I would brag, and then you would brag on me.
Check it out.
So it gives me permission to say things that I'm really proud of. And, you know, a lot of times when we talk about bragging, it's like, okay, so I wrote a Mom's Choice award-winning, best-selling book, Embracing Defiance, helping your child express their unique voice while keeping your sanity. So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
And a second thing that I have accomplished is I wrote 19 songs. I learned how to play guitar. I sang the songs and went to Nashville, hired musicians, and I have 2 music CDs. And they're called Dr. Beth's Songs that parents want their children to hear, and Dr. Beth's Songs children want their parents to hear. So some of them are before the baby's born, 0 to 3, and the others are 3 and up. So those are 2 things that I'm really, really passionate about. But I would say the thing that I'm most proud of is this morning.
Tell us more.
Getting up when things are rough and not necessarily perfect in my life and showing up.
Yeah.
So when I talk about brags, it's not just the stuff we accomplish. It's, did we take a shower when we just didn't think we could lift our head off the pillow? Do we show up for others and in service to ourselves and take care of ourselves? I give myself permission to have big, huge feelings. I call them big mixed feelings. Yet I can also bounce. So one of my famous sayings is the movie's not over. You may see me when I'm flat out and I may have a little blood coming down the bottom of my, coming down here, and it's not pretty and it's not looking good, but don't run the credits because the movie's not over. And that's what I saw in you, Alexa. When I met you how many, has it been about a year?
Yeah, it's been a year.
So when I met you the first time, and there were about 60 powerful baby boomer women in the room, and your mother is just an amazing, beautiful, fantastic, and I'll let you brag on her too. You know, she's an amazing mom. And when I found out that you were her daughter, I was like, oh, she is in like Flynn. Alexa is in like Flynn. So what I loved about you was that you fit in with all of these powerful women. Like you owned it. You walked it. You came in here and nobody was going to take anything off of you. And I don't know if you remember it, but you were also talking about going for what? What were you going for? That big huge video you were preparing. I can't remember what it was, but you were preparing for something. You were competing a bit against a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. We at Stanford, we needed to pitch a company idea, and then 5 ideas would be chosen to actually turn into companies.
Yes.
And so I was pitching a coaching application that I had an idea for,
Right.
called Coach Right Now.
Right. And I'm assuming you have every single thing you've ever touched, you've won. Correct?
Kind of.
Oh my gosh! And I was being totally sarcastic.
You can't win them all.
Did you win that one?
I did not win that one.
Okay,
That's
awesome.
where the kind of came in.
Okay.
Because you have the passion 100% for every idea,
Yes.
but you don't always get them.
So when you put your heart and soul into this and you didn't win, did you just give up and quit?
Absolutely not.
What'd you do?
No. So what I did was I partnered with another group of people that had a different idea,
Yes.
and we were able to collaborate and build on that idea as a team. But the cool thing was it was still on a topic that I was really passionate about, which is virtual reality.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was kind of a good ending to the sad beginning.
Love it. Love it. And isn't that always true?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, one of the beliefs that I have is that when something doesn't work out, I believe this at the heart and soul. This is my story and I'm sticking to it. Whether it's true or not, I make it true. And I create it to be the truth. And that is that if something doesn't work out, it was perfect and divine. I call it P and D.
Love that.
And then I go looking for what was perfect and divine about that. So if I was going to look for purple right now, I'm going to find purple. If I look for pink, I'm going to find pink. If I look for blue, I'm going to find blue. If I look for, tell me what's so stupid about myself, what did I screw up on? I promise you my computer brain will go right for it.
Right.
And so what I'm looking for is ways to make sure I have the right question that makes me look for what I want to find. So when we come back in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you some more questions about what you'd like to know about how do I get in with the boomers, and maybe not everybody's as cool as Dr. Beth. And if
Nobody's as cool as
come
Dr.
on,
Beth.
I gave you that I totally gave you that layup. Okay, and I'll take it. And so what we're going to do is talk about how can we help other millennials and boomers that may not have the gap as closely connected as you and I do.
Love that.
Deal?
Yes.
All right. So when we come back, what I'm going to be talking about is what does society feel about the millennials? And these are some of the things I've heard about the millennials. They are self-centered. They are full of themselves, narcissistic, only in for themselves. They want to come in and all they want to do is take. They're lazy. They're no good sons of guns. And this is why I wrote the book Embracing Defiance, and this is why I'm called a teenologist, because I love that millennial energy. I love teenage energy, because it's that teenage energy that's going to take us to the next generation. Alexa is our next world leader. People like her that are willing to question the status quo, not just say yes, 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 because some older person said she should, but I actually trust Alexa's no, and she's challenged me on multiple occasions. So I love it when I ask her a question and she says, well, actually, I'm not going to go there. So when we come back, we are going to talk more about the millennials and the boomers. Stay tuned.